background. It's always a good idea. So let me start from the beginning. So see here, again, this is the data set, okay? So make a copy of the link. Make a copy of the link and post it here. And then you're going to, let's say, download the file, okay? And let me make sure I share my screen because also, I want to make sure I record my video background, video settings. Okay, anyway, I think it should be fine. Maybe just share screen. Okay, first of all, here's the class notebook. Again, please come here, copy the link, and you should be able to get access to this data file. So this data file has, let's say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 columns, okay? Now you see here, you're gonna download this as a CSV file, okay? You're gonna download this as a CSV file. And also, please do not change the name of the document. So you can use the exact same syntax I posted there for your analysis. And then, imagine if you have, even if you never used this software before, now when you run the analysis, it may take you only 2 minutes, 2 minutes to get the regression analysis finished, and also a second step to get that graph, because people like reading graphs, images, okay? So that being said, please save that document. And now we are going to move to the magic part, which means, we are going to use this software to do the analysis in just 2 minutes, okay? But before we do that, I really want to show you, my original steps, okay? So see here, let's say I use the desktop version, which is very user-friendly, but sometimes, I still want to make sure I share with you the constraint running the cloud version, okay? The cloud version, sometimes, let's say you have a package, it may or may not work because, let's say sometimes, let's say you need to install a soft, library or package, and the cloud version may not be available. That's why, I usually just use a desktop version. If you use a desktop version, you have some basic knowledge. You see, guys, take a look. It will take you pretty much just 30 seconds to get everything done. Not even 30 seconds, 5 seconds, 5 seconds, okay? So that being said, now we are going to use the cloud version. I can't guarantee if everything works well. If it doesn't work well, I would suggest, after class, you actually go and download desktop version. I guarantee it works, okay? So that being said, let me try to take a risk. I will just do a, a cloud version. So what's the first step? I'm gonna slow down. First step, you search RStudio Cloud. Basically, again, I'm not trying to teach you programming. I'm just trying to make sure you understand this is the easiest way to solve this problem in a few seconds, okay? In a few seconds. So understand the most important constraint is not, it's not a computer you use, not even your skills. It's actually, how to solve that problem, how to design that questionnaire, and how to get enough responses. Okay. Okay, now let's get started. So RStudio Cloud, and click the first link. Okay. And then, once you click it, it can take you to a page and then ask you, do you want to get a free account, right? So let me just go back to the beginning. See, I'm going to log out, and because I want to show you what the original setup looks like. I'm log out because there is a way for you to sign up. Once you click sign up, you want to choose the first option, free. You want to choose the first option, free. Just click here, learn more, and then it's going to take you to this page and click sign up. Okay. And once you click sign up, it's going to ask your email, password, first name, last name. If I were you, I would just use my personal email, Because my school email, I think if I use my school email, I may not have access in 2 or 3 years. Okay, just use your personal email. Okay, so that being said, as you sign up, or maybe just sign up with Google. If you already let Google memorize your username and password. Okay, so sign up with Google. Okay, and as then, let's say I assume you already finished, or maybe you are almost finished. Then you see here, you click login now. This is already a second step. Once you click login, let's say you actually let Google memorize your credentials, right? Login with Google, okay? And it should be a seamless connection. But for me, I have GitHub website. I actually log in with my GitHub account. So, sometimes I can publish my syntax to that page immediately, okay? And then once you are here, this is super easy now. So new project, and then new RStudio project. Okay, you can also do Jupyter Notebook and new RStudio project, okay? And so I have too many projects. I'm gonna delete one of them. Maybe, I'm not gonna delete anyone. I'll just start from one of the project I worked on before. As you see, it's the same procedure, right? You're gonna see an open space, an environment which allows you to type some syntax and get your work finished, get your work done, okay? And run away for a few more seconds. Wait for a few more seconds, and then, we'll see the interface, okay? The interface, which is really cool. Because imagine if you use Excel, just doing that regression take a few minutes, and then doing the graphs, the figures, we take additional, I would say 20 minutes or 30 minutes, and it's not even perfect, okay? So now let's see here, you click File, and then New File, the first drop-down menu, and then R script. Now you are officially a programmer, okay? A programmer. So, nowadays everybody can be a programmer, especially because of AI, okay? So now, let's say you are going to actually now copy my syntax I posted here. Do not try to understand everything, but I'm going to try to explain some key things we are doing here just for fun, okay? Just for fun, enjoy. If you don't enjoy, it's not going to be interesting, okay? So let's see, we're going to copy from the beginning to the end. You assume, here we are just doing a regression analysis and draw a few plots, okay? And the difference is that, we try to automate our workflow. So next time we do it, it's going to take us just a few more seconds, right? It's like seeing your friends. First time you guys see each other, second time you're familiar with each other, okay? So now you see, guys, something is missing. What is missing? We need to let our computer read our data set. Where is that data set? The data set I let you download 2 or 3 minutes ago. I'm upload right now. I chose file. And then you see here, my data set is available here in this folder. I assume if you download it, it should be your folder name downloads, right? And I'm going to upload the exact same data set which I downloaded a few minutes ago. And make sure it's a CSV file. I click open, and then you see it's CSV file, comma delimited Excel spreadsheet.
We uploaded the file.
Oh yes, definitely. See here, there is a menu here, folder, file, and upload. We can click upload, right? And then we can click choose file. And then, I'm gonna find that Excel spreadsheet, which is a CSV file, comma delimited Excel spreadsheet. I'm gonna click open. And then my data set name is here. It's consistent with the name that shows up in my syntax. I click OK. And now, to confirm, I can just run the first 3 lines. So I celebrate my small wins. Not chicken wings, okay? Celebrate these small wins, okay? It's important to celebrate these small wins. You see, how do you see it works? How do you identify it works? Because you see here underneath in a console, we see some blue characters. It means my computer follow my order. Now I'm the boss. My computer follow my order, okay? I can communicate with my computer so he can help me get my work done. So I can enjoy more coffee with my friends and family, okay? So you see, now you can also run the next line, right? Hey, data means the first 6 rules of the data set. And then you see here, next part is even more interesting because it helps you do the regression analysis in just 1 line. It's just the way you write regression equation. You have linear model, you have y equals x plus something, x1 something, right? So just list all of your variable names here, right? And then run it, right? And then, now, in plain English language, you want to summarize your results. You add something summary as a model. Which model? The model you just finished, right? The model you just finished. So now, you're going to see, okay, which variable is significant? Your BS 3010 professors ask you, so James, which variable is significant, right? So now you look at, how many stars they have, and then Google search what significance level is, right? P-value. Do not try to memorize. This is easy. You can Google search, okay? So I think that it comes to the fancy part. Again, at this stage, I want to warn you because I installed the creepy package which lets me finish work. So that being said, now if you move to the next step, something may stop working, but we can still try. Okay, give you some errors, but don't be nervous. Okay, so if you get errors, it's okay. Okay, hey guys, you see we got some errors, right? So we just slow down. See the first error here, it says library, there's no package named ggplot2. It just means, you didn't install this package, okay? Super easy. It means that ggplot is just a way for you to visualize your data. If you don't have that package, you just have to do it manually. Very tedious, okay? So that being said, there's usually one way to get this done. So here you click package, and then install, and then you try to just look at the name, ggplot2. Okay, they don't have ggplot1 because first generation is not good. See, second generation is good. So it keeps the same name, they didn't change again. I click install. Hey guys, look at this blue sign, red sign. It means it's working. And now you can take a break. And then, when it's finished, you see that red warning is gone. And then click run. Hey guys, look. Now you get your regression analysis finished. You get your attribute importance graph also finished. Now this will be something people are looking for, okay? Now, imagine, so when you do the presentation, let's say, people may ask you, how did you figure this out, right? I'm gonna show you the online resources, okay? So you can go to our reference page and follow that guy's suggestion, how to interpret this result, okay? It's not rocket science, okay? It's not rocket science. So that being said, if you get this graph, congratulations, you already finished analysis. Okay, you can run from the beginning to the end. How do you do it? You highlight from the beginning to the end and then click run. Okay, click run. And now, let's say you can export the graph, but usually I just capture a screenshot. Okay, and then, guys, this is the last secret tip. And so let's say attribute importance. Let's say you want to customize your graph. Take a look. you can add something in a title section. Okay, let's say you are going to just add something like certain. Usually you need to like add a topic sentence here. Okay, let's say which factor is important. So people understand this graph is designed to help us see what factor is important, because who likes a coefficient? You tell grandparents, they don't care. Who likes regression analysis? You tell grandparents, they don't care. They like, something straightforward, right? Now, guys, look at this. This is revolutionary. Now you can save this conjoint analysis. Okay, save it. Next time when you open it, it will be here, including that data set you used today. Hey guys, you will never forget, because this computer, this cloud environment will save everything you finished today. In the future, next time you run this regression analysis and do this graph, it's going to be here. And also imagine if you want to publish this, one-click option, you click publish, and it takes you to that, rpubs.com, and then you run the account. And then, it's going to be a portfolio page, right? It's going to be a portfolio page. I have students who have done this before and they found very good jobs. So basically they have a good portfolio page, okay? But basically I understand, many of you do not have a data analytics background, but it's so easy to learn, okay? So that means I'm not going to publish this, but remember there's such an option, okay? Now imagine, so now we run the whole thing. You're going to see, that graph, the title is going to change. The title is going to change. Hey guys, you see, the title has changed because you want to make your judge's life easier. Attribute importance, that's mathematics. Okay? You're going to talk to marketers, branding experts. What are they looking for? They are looking for stories. Who likes math, right? Yeah, they are looking for stories. You want to make sure every graph you put there, you have enough, notations. Even if you do not explain, your judges can see, okay, oh, this is exactly what it means. Okay, so I think I finished my work. Now the last thing I will do is, I'm going to add a reference to the syntax I just provide to you. So understand, let's say if judges ask you, okay, you can include a reference that tells them you learned from this online resource. Okay. Okay, I think I'm gonna stop here. And then, definitely I try to do just a random survey. How many actually finished the analysis? Raise a hand, please. Raise a hand. I think at least a half the class, maybe 1/3, and maybe close to a half. Again, so I can still help you because it only takes you 1 minute. Trust me, 1 minute to run this analysis. Let me just do a final wrap up. So first, you see, you read the data set. Second, you run your regression analysis. Second, actually review the first 6 rules, right? And then, you actually get a summary of the model. You get a coefficients. You see, you can always, you can always try to print, these, these coefficients and see what they look like, right? Print these coefficients, right? And then, you calculate, coefficient importance, right? Coefficient importance, okay? And the next section, you create a data frame. So you can do the, you can do the attribute importance plot or figure, okay? Now I think, again, so finally you do that ggplot, okay? Which is standard way for us to draw graphs. But here again, so this is not something created by myself. And I will show you the online resource, so you can refer to the article if you want to develop a better understanding what's going on, okay? So let me stop recording.